What's up, YouTube? I set out to answer the question, is aim assist broken in Call of Duty Vanguard? Now, I'm a mouse and keyboard player. I hardly ever play controller. Usually what happens when I do these sorts of things, I'm like, oh my gosh, aim assist is so broken. And I pick up a controller, and I get destroyed. And I'm like, oh, aim assist isn't broken. I'm just bad, and they're just good. That's what happened in Fortnite and a few other Call of Duty games and some other games. I'll pick up a controller like, oh, aim assist is broken. I'm gonna fry. Nope. But Vanguard aim assist did seem a little bit strong, so I tested it out. Here's the results, and my thoughts are at the end of the video. Cat. Yeah, I got a firebombing run instantly. Oh my god, it just locked on. I ended that game on what? 5 streak? 19-5. Second game, 19-5. 4 KD. It just tracked him through. I could not see him. It just tracks him through the. Dude, I feel like the delay where my brain inputs the input to the mouse is taken away completely by aim assist. That's my honest feeling. Because the aim assist, before you see the target, will see the target sometimes, depending on the situation. I didn't expect it to be this strong. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I have not gone negative a single game. I just had a 4 KD my last game. First game I had a 1.25, and then one game. No wait, that's it. So far, 1.25 and a 4 KD. First 2 games. I started turning towards him, right? But then it just locks on him. Once I hit him, it just locks on. That's what we mean when we say it aims for you. We don't mean, oh, it literally clicks on a target. We mean once you start turning towards the target and you hit the target, it locks onto him. And that's exactly what it did. Alright, still have yet to go negative. Sup, and you know you're gonna die a lot. You're not gonna do too hot. I didn't die at all because I missed my shots. I was dying because I was making dumb pushes or just didn't see them. They were extra campy. War machine action. Firebombing already. 15 and 11. Still haven't gone negative. That's almost 1.5 right there. 1 death away. We take 1 death off with 1.5 KD. So through a sample size of 4 games, we didn't go negative once. We had a 4 KD game, a 1.5 KD, 2 1.5 KD games, and a 1.25 KD game. That's what we had. So yeah, I think personally aim assist is broken. It needs a nerf. Hard, close range. Maybe a little buff, long range actually, but it needs a nerf close range. The fact that I can pick up an input after not using it ever since like Fortnite, like 2 years ago, and instantly go positive and shred some lobbies, get the top of my leaderboard in a few games, is a port. There should be a learning curve when you pick up an input. Okay, you shouldn't just pick up an input and you instantly do good. That tells you the input requires no skill. There's controller players I have respect for, but any controller player who's recently gone pro in COD, who, you know, wasn't good in past Call of Duties, I don't have respect for. Like I said before, But in this game, that's not the case. It's actually more broken than I thought it was, which really surprises me. I was expecting to pick it up and get shit on, and for my aim just to not be as good as I thought it was. But it's actually the opposite. So I think that mouse and keyboard players are actually legitimate in their concerns and their frustration with aim assist in Vanguard. But in this game, I think that aim assist needs a nerf, because if you think about it, on mouse and keyboard, you can't just pick up a mouse and instantly shred people. That's not how that works unless you have prior experience on mouse and keyboard. That's not how that works. But I can pick up a controller after barely ever using it, and I can shred lobbies. That's kind of broken. In order to get good with this, I have to aim train for hours. I have to practice for hours, right? And also, in order to stay consistent with it, I still have to keep up with that aim training. But with controller, I've never seen a controller player practice their aim. I've never seen a controller player do an aim trainer. I've never seen a controller player go pro in a game like CSGO or Valorant where aim assist doesn't exist. I'm just saying. So I think that you should reward skill a little bit more, especially in Vanguard. It'd be one thing if they made aim assist a little bit more broken, because snipers were broken in this game. Mouse and keyboard players were just sniping you left and right and left and right. That'd be one thing, okay, whatever. But snipers suck in this game. SMGs are like the most broken weapon in this game. Same with assault rifles. So I honestly don't understand why they have to have aim assist that broken, especially when most of the maps revolve around close range combat. Most of these maps are close quarters, close range combat, and it favors aim assist every single time, because mouse and keyboard is super difficult to fight close range with. It's easier for us to track long range, but in someone's in our face is a lot more difficult for us to track because it involves a lot bigger mouse movements. So I think that they need to balance it. No disrespect to controller players, obviously. There's some of you who are beasts and would be beasts regardless of aim assist, but a lot of you are being propped up and held up by aim assist, and you need to experience a little bit, not what it's like without it, but what it's like with a normal aim assist level. I just want a normal aim assist where, you know, if I'm aiming near a target and it slows down slightly to help me hit that target, not where it slows down greatly and it also sticks onto the target. I noticed several times when I flick like this onto a target on controller, and where I would go past the target because I was over flicking, the second I hit the target, it would stop and lock right onto him, and then grrr. So I think that's broken. Overall, I would say nerf aim assist close range, maybe buff it slightly at longer ranges, and don't take it away though, obviously.